What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the weekly recap of this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna put this over here. No. Hold on. Okay. Fuck ass. Shit's gonna. So chopped. Okay, let's go ahead and do our. Let's just go to the dashboard. I haven't been necessarily doing as much like paper, like a time, not Top Step, Notion journaling because I have this, you know what I'm saying? I have the video journal. I have the YouTube, so we can just go ahead and go into this one. Yeah, this one. Well, it's the same shit. But yeah, let's go ahead and boom. Alright, so currently we have only one on this one. So I think this is okay, yeah. Alright, so this week we had a win, I took no trade, win, loss, and I might have taken a trade Friday. Honestly, this was avoidable if I wasn't impatient, but we'll go over that. But I might have taken a win on Friday. I had work, and so there was no telling. But I mean, honestly, to me, I don't know if I would have, just because of the way it was. But we'll go over it when we get there. But Monday, let's go through Monday. Actually, let's just do it like this. No, there's no point. Yeah, because I can just do that. Okay. Let's go over Monday. I don't know how long the video is gonna be. I'm just gonna go through them. I'm just gonna no. Okay, I don't need to go that far. Let's go to like the 15-minute, and then we can just timeline them. Monday was the 9th. Okay. The 9th. Okay. So let's just timeline it like this. Let's just go like that, and then like that. Okay, chill, bro. I don't care. Right there. And right there. Alright, so when did I take my trade? The 9th, this one. At 8:40, and I got out at 9:50. Oh, this was that long trade, bro. I remember this. Okay, then we're gonna need to go to the 5-minute, because that's where it happened. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Okay, what time though? 8:40, 8:40, 8:40. So like right here to here. Okay, and then we can just go over here. And so it was more like over this direction. Okay. So where did I 8:40, literally 8:40. Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of bro, if that happens one more time, bro, I don't care at all. Okay. So it's pretty clear what happened here. We had a liquidity sweep. SMT. We had SMT, I guess. Yeah, we had SMT. Here, I'll just draw it out. But yeah, we had SMT divergence. We can go ahead and get rid of these, to be honest. Well, no. I'm going to keep one. Just to, like, keep track of where it is. But don't, like, it doesn't matter. But, yeah. So, obviously, we can just go to, like, the 1 hour and kind of look at what happened. Oh, yeah, okay. I remember this. Most of the time, when you're looking at SMTs aren't really something that you should. It's not like a liquidity sweep or a retracement of a fair value gap. It's something you should be like, oh, this is my main confluence. You know what I'm saying? Like this is exactly what I want. Should I have you over here? Yeah, because they're not. Yeah, okay, that's better. But yeah, I think we could go to the 4 hour as well. Yeah. Okay. So if you look here, yeah, perfect. I remember that. This is one of the better trades of the week, or it might have been the best one, like confluence wise. So I think we had ended up on the daily. We had ended up with a hold on. So this was here, and then we did not sweep here. We swept here instead. So yeah, we ended up sweeping here. Oh my gosh, bro, chill. Damn, I don't fucking care. So we ended up pulling down to here. We didn't actually sweep them, but we did. We did sweep these right here, both of them. Boom and boom. And then obviously, if you go to the 4 hour, you can see that we were making a move off of it. We had an inversion. We were displacing upwards within the 4 hour. And then if you go to the 1 hour, you can see obviously we're going to be bullish. We're bullish. And we were actively pressing into, not at the time, but we had pressed into this gap. There's also a 1 hour gap right here that it pushed into, even deeper. Got into like the 15-minute. Well, that doesn't really matter. After like honestly in situations like that, after the 15-minute, or after seeing like those confluences on like the 1 hour and like the 4 hour, there's really no need to go into any other time frame besides the 5 and the 1, because we already have our high time frame confluence, so we already know what's going to happen. So now all we need to do is look for medium time frame stuff so that we can get proper entry. We already know that our entry is going to be off the 4 hour gap, and to back that up to make it more prominent, or like more give us more confidence that it's going to happen, we have a 1 hour S&T divergence along with the 4 hour gap, proving, and we're bullish, obviously. We weren't technically bullish on the 4 hour, but we had made displacement. We inversed. Looked pretty good. We were bullish on the 1 hour, same as these two. But those both in confluence were immediately like, okay, boom. Jeez Louise. I was like, okay, boom. There we go. Like, that's the move. And it was literally the beginning. Look, S&T divergence was made on the 8:35 minute candle, bro. Boom. Swept it. Next candle, boom. Super bullish. And then we made this right here. Bang. Okay. At this point, like, think about it like this, bro. At this point, oh my gosh. Low key. What if I just put y'all up here? Like, would that ever get in the way? Well, because I'm not ever gonna have it like that. Yeah, I'm never gonna have like, I don't know, I think what in the fuck, bro? What is going on? Chopped chuds. Anyways, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. At this point, bro, stop. Why are you going blurry? Jeez, fuck, dude. I'm just trying to make a damn video. At this point, we already know our high time frame confluences, so there was no point. I always trade on NQ because it's the cleaner pair, even if there is SMT divergence. It's just, I don't use an SMT to see which one I should use. Should I use ES or NQ? I just use NQ, bro. It's gonna be cleaner. It's gonna be the less volatile one, and in a sense of it's gonna be easier to get entries, and it's not gonna make gaps like. Okay, well that's a 1 hour gap. Um, I bet if you go to the 1 minute, you'll see like cock and balls shit. I don't know if it does it anymore, but sometimes it'll do some whack ass shit. And it'll make like new week gaps, like it'll make literal gaps. It'll make voids of entries on lower time frames, which makes it like 5 times harder to get a proper entry because there's voids of gaps or there's voids of entries. Like this. This is what I mean by void of entry. A void of entries, like void of contract. There's nothing. That means that there was nothing happened there. We were just so bullish that the next candle, like as this candle closed and this one opened, there was so much bullish action that we just skipped it. Like as this candle closed, we moved up so much in between the time of this candle closing and the next one opening that it just opened up here. But it'll do that sometimes on the lower time frames, and it makes it so much harder to enter. So just don't even do it. But at this point, we already know. We already used ES for the SMT and the 4 hour. So we can just pull this over. We don't really need to use ES anymore. We're on NQ. We can use this as a main. So now we don't really need any... besides, like, what I'll usually do on ES is, like... It's like when I'm trading, I kind of, like, have it matchmake. Or, like, since obviously they're pairs, like, they'll similarly follow each other. What I'll tend to do is, like, if I'm trading, I'm almost trading the 1 minute over on NQ. I'll have ES maybe on the 5 or the 15 minute just so I can kind of get a general base, just so I don't have to go up. Well, nah, don't listen to that because honestly, you shouldn't even be on the 1 minute anyways. It's just like, I'll put into this perspective. I have ES on another time frame that I'm not on NQ, so I can have 2 separate time frames because I don't like to click between them like all this. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like doing that. Or especially during, like, when I'm about to enter a trade. I don't want to be clicking between fucking time frames. Because look what happens. Oh, now I got to scroll again. Oh, well, you missed your entry because you had to scroll over. Because I wanted to look at the 15 minute to, like, do some reassurance. Okay, well, if I just have this on the 15 minute, then I can kind of get a general basis. Okay, well, obviously. Oh, this and that. Okay, well, I have this on the 15, so there's no point. That doesn't really matter. But... yeah. Anyways, I could have had this could have been a cleaner entry, but I still did get a win. Or like, it was a good it was a good trade. It was a good trade. But obviously, even in wins, there's gonna be better stuff. So 840. What? I entered as this candle closed. Why? What? Why? Yo. What? That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, it makes sense, but like, why? Oh, I mean, I guess I was probably wanting to enter right here because, like, you don't obviously. Some people entered off of like. Some people enter off like these candles here, but I don't because obviously I want more confirmation. Okay, this gives us breaker strike. Honestly, I should have entered off here, but I think that I actually don't know what. I think I just missed entry or something. I genuinely don't know why. I don't even know if that's right because I don't see myself doing that shit. And if I did, then that's on me for being a fucking idiot. That's really stupid. This candle, this is what I should have entered off of. This right here, boom. Because look, that I think this candle we get this inversion, but that still looks whack as fuck. I mean, I know we have a wick coming up. I mean, that's a great confirmation. We inverse. Okay, what this does is it makes us from, because what could have happened here, look at this candle, look at this wick. You could think, oh, that's still technically a lower high. This breaks that. Okay, this is literally a higher high now. We broke structure. It's a full bullish candle. And, I mean, we'll also plus this, but we get displacement out of our gap. This, along with like, I mean, you could put your stops here. Boom. Oh, and it hits immediately. That's what you should have taken. That's what I should have taken. But instead, I think I took this. This cock and ball is shit. This low-key this low-key genuinely made no sense. I actually remember this, I think. I think this is how it went. Let me see if I can find a photo. Because I'm pretty sure that's how I entered. I think I may have just been like scared, not scared, but like looking for more confirmation. And I waited because maybe I saw this candle right here, and then I was like, oh nah, or some shit. And then after this, I was like, oh yeah, bet. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if you can. Yesterday. That was the 9th. That was the 9th. Okay, let's keep scrolling. The 11th, no. That was the day I won my trade, so that was Wednesday. I know I placed it. Fuck it, we ball. Impotent maxing. If you're gonna, oh. May not trade. What the F are we doing? Yeah, that was retarded. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I didn't necessarily. Oh, here's my trade. Win, dude. Patience is 100% one of the harder skills. Okay. This is what I should have taken. Okay, I for some reason only showed the 5-minute version. I didn't show the 1-minute version, but this is where I took off. Okay. Okay, maybe I understand. I think maybe I was waiting for a 5-minute closure. Is that what I was waiting for? You guys hear that? I think you can. It ends at, I don't understand that, bro. 8:30. This candle opens at 8:30 or closes at 8:30? I'm pretty sure it opens. So 8:35 is when that candle opened. Okay, well that means it closed at 8:40. Okay then. That's my reasoning then. I can't I guess that was my reason, was to wait for a 5-minute closure, which, you know what? Fair enough. But also in this sense, like, bro, the higher time frame confluence was so obvious. There's no need for this, bro. This is a much cleaner trade. This is a much cleaner trade. It would have been way faster too. Like, you know how long I had to wait, bro? From 8:40 all the way to like 9:15, right? Yeah, 9:15. Did I just? Oh, never mind. 9:15. Yeah, that's 35 minutes. That's cock and balls. How long would this one have lasted? So you enter at 8:37 and you get out at 48. So 11 minutes. So it cuts the time in half by a third. 1/3 of the amount of time, essentially. And in this situation, bro, like, we are so like there's so much confluence showing, and it's so obvious that we're going upwards. There's no need to wait for a 5 minute closure. Like that's something that you would do in like a sketchy situation to where you're like, okay, if the 5 minute does close the way I want, I'm gonna wait for this 5 minute closure, and if it closes how I want, then that confirms that we're gonna go in a certain direction. So then I would take a trade. Not, oh, we have a 4 hour gap tap, SMT divergence. We're moving up on the 1 minute in a clear, obvious way, and there's there's other high time frame confluences as well. Oh, let me wait for the 5 minute to close first. What? That makes no sense. I don't know why I did that. Now this is why you look at your stuff, because now I know why. Like, why are we doing that? Why are we waiting for 5 minute closure on something that's so obvious? And I could have gotten a much cleaner and faster entry off of just the 1 minute stuff. Like that was a low key unnecessary. That probably was just because of the fact that it was live trade. Like, it doesn't matter how many times you trade, you're always gonna have even if it's 1% of like nervousness, or like not nervousness, but like fear. Like there's always gonna you can't fully eliminate that fear. You can negate it. You can almost fully negate it, but you can't always completely negate it. You're always gonna have that feeling because we're literally human. So I mean, there's no getting rid of that. But yeah, that was that one, and we already found a bet. I think I literally posted this right here. Was it the exact same one though? Yeah, I literally posted this the same day. Look, I said, boom, this is what it was. Win, dude, patience, 100% one of the hardest skills to master. I'm glad I partook in this trade today. I learned a lot. Said can't hate on it, to be fair, good shit. And then motherfucker asked some random ass shit about when we're switching contracts. That literally doesn't matter at all. I don't know why bro's asking that. But then I said, I didn't necessarily like how large this trade was, which is why you see my stop loss so tight sometimes. I was saying that in the sense of I don't like this. That ties into how long it took. Patience is something, because I don't like to hold out trades like this because weird things can happen. The longer you hold something, the weirder it gets. So that's why I like shorter trades. Which, boom, this is what I should have taken. Should have taken this instead. It's an immediate it's immediate. It's an immediate validation of the confluences I see. Like I was saying, and it negates going through that cock and balls chop. Now, it's not necessarily chop. It is a little bit, obviously, as we can tell. What the hell is this? But it's also the 1 minute time frame, bro. It's literally the 1 minute time frame. So it's like, okay, bro, you're complaining about 1 minute time frame shit, bro. Like what are you doing, bro? But yeah, and another thing, earlier I was watching a couple of um TikToks, not TikToks, Instagram Reels about trading, and I saw other people trading, and it kind of, if you don't really listen to what they're saying, just kind of watch what they're doing and watch, like, just watch and like observe. It kind of helps a little bit. Not even just like in, indulging on the information that they're giving. Just kind of watch, see what's happening, and like process it. You know. But yeah, that's that. Next trade, I can actually go ahead and show you right here. Fuck it, we ball, impotent maxing. Yeah, I missed the initial long, and then... Nope, yes, this was the cock and balls day. And then, can you shut up, bro? Kitty, it's not time for you to eat. Here it is, bang. Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah, I kind of missed my entry a little bit. But it's whatever. We'll look at it after I remove my cat from the room. From here. No. Say hi. Look, it's you. Yeah, Max. No. Oh, she thinks it's time to eat or some shit, bro. It's 4 o'clock, bro. She's got 4 hours. It's 4:20. It's 4:19. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and look at that. Boom. What time was it? 9:09. We what? Yeah. That's actually crazy. Look at this, bro. Both of my 9:05, 9:09, 9:09. Yeah. Some of these 10, 10, 10, 21, 10, 21. Okay, those are the same days. I think I'm accidentally. Oh no, I think I took off a contract. Yeah. That's crazy though. They're literally at the exact same time. 9:09:04, 9:09 exactly. 9:09 exactly. Yo. All right, on to the next one. On to the next one. Let's go to the 15 minute. 15 minute. Ooh. 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Right here, right here, right here. Woo! Did you guys hear that? We gonna go, we gonna go, we gonna go, we gonna go, we gonna. Did he what? He left. Okay. Look at that, dude. It's just like, oh, oh, oh. We gonna go, we gonna go, we gonna go. So as you can see on the 4 hour, we had a liquidity sweep. After we fucked around for a little bit. This is where the original one was. We fucked around for a little bit. This was whack as hell. I don't know what that was. Fucked around for a bit. Saw the sweep. I was like, perfecto. Perfecto. And then after that, you really just need to go down to like the 15 because you already know the sweep's happening. Honestly, you really don't. If you see the sweep, you are. You see the sweep, you can go down to the 1 minute, 5 minute, go down to the 5 minute. You see the sweep. I think this is the day this is the day that I woke up late by like 3 minutes. So we were already going through. So I entered at 9:09. Fair enough, bro. Actually, yeah. Go to like since it already happened. The sweep happened. Yeah, the sweep happened before market open. Yeah, there was no entry. There was no. We were just going. We were just going. And I think. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go back up. My bad. My bad. My bad. Okay, I think. No, 1 hour. 1 hour. I think that there was something. Yeah, there was. Okay. Yeah, there was the 1 hour and the 15 minute. There was gaps. Now they weren't that crazy, but I had them marked out, and so obviously we swept the 4 hour time frame. So we swept a liquidity sweep. We had a liquidity sweep on the 4 hour time frame. So obviously, obviously once well we had the same thing actually. You see this. I even said my entry was weird as hell here, but there was a reasoning. Um, we were so bearish, and it does it it does look bad, and I even said this during the trade. It like looks weird, but and we're gonna go over um the next trade we're gonna go over. It's kind of similar to this, but I'll tell you why that one lost and this one didn't. But we were pressing down so much that on the 5 minute there was literally nothing, nothing. We just kept going down. 15, same thing. 1 hour, 1 minute, we get a fair value gap tap, boom, drops. We get another tap. We get boom, boom, boom. We close outside of the 15-minute gap as well as the 1 hour. Yes, it's on the 1 minute, but we're also moving so fast and like we're moving so much that it's market's like, hey, um, I'm bearish. We're going down a lot. So after I see a tap, you see a tap, you're like, you see this, you're like, oh, what the hell? You see boom, boom, and then you see 3 candles. This one closes a decent amount below this low right here. Well, I guess technically that, but below here, boom, all the way down here. And it's a full candle. And there's literally like not even a wick below it. So I'm like, okay, boom, perfect. I'm like, perfect. I'm going to enter. It's because we're bearish. I got one of the entries. We found an entry within this very bullish, or very bearish, fast-moving price action. Again, we closed out of the gap. And again, here's another thing you also got to keep in mind is it is a 4-hour sweep. A 4-hour. That is a high time frame. It's a high time frame. So you gotta think it's a 4-hour. So okay, oh, it's a 4-hour? Okay, bet. Let's look in the 4-hour and let's see if there's anything that matches it that could possibly conflict and not make us go bearish. Because higher time frame holds higher power. Oh, wait. Let's look. Oh. There's nothing. Imagine that. There's nothing besides this gap right here, which essentially had been filled already. And okay, here's another thing. If you see a bunch of chop on the 4-hour like this into a gap, that gap ain't gonna do shit. And guess what happened? Boom! It did nothing. So yeah, that proved my point right then and there. So that literally has that. Fuck that shit. Okay. Well, there's nothing on the 4-hour, so automatically, if anything is gonna change it, it's gonna be if there's anything that's gonna conflict it, it's gonna be a lower time frame. So it's automatically not gonna immediately like, oh, if we swept the 4-hour and then came down, tapped a 4-hour gap and then ripped up higher, it makes sense. And that's not gonna happen off a 1-hour gap or something. Okay, well, guess what? There actually is a 1-hour gap. It's also tiny as shit. What happens? This candle closes at 9 o'clock. When did I take my trade? 9:09. Okay. Well, if this candle just closed like that off of a sweep, I highly doubt a little baby ass 1-hour fair value gap like that is going to do shit. Okay, well, keep it in mind, but I doubt it's going to do anything. Okay, let's go to the 15-minute. Before you even look at anything. If you think a 15-minute gap is going to outpower a 4-hour liquidity sweep, you need to rethink your shit, bro. You need to rethink your trading. Because that's a little crazy. Just keep that in mind. Okay, so we have a 15-minute gap. Okay, well, a 4-hour sweep, again, like I just said, is going to way overpower any 15-minute gap. So while this is here, but it's not going to do anything. So, and keep this in mind as well, the 1 hour gap. Okay, bet. Yeah, see, like we don't even need ES, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like just use it for your bias and to find confluences, and you're good, bro. But anyways, oh, where did I enter? Oh, after we closed below the 1 hour gap. You know, it's just like it's like perfect confirmation because like look at this. Like, if you were to enter off this, oh, we literally barely tapped the 1 hour gap, and then we come up a little baby ass fair value gap, and then you go down. And you go down even more into the gap, that kind of looks sketchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, what the fuck's going on here? Even though it's a 1 hour, it's like the market does what the market wants to do. So you never know. So it's always safe to be careful. It's always good to be careful. Okay, then another gap gets made. Oh, we kind of do a like 4 minutes of consolidation. We tap this gap, and then boom, 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 3 candles, a fully bearish candle. We close outside of the 1 hour gap. All right, boom, perfect. Let me just put my highs at these high. Let me put my stop loss at these highs and just go for a 1-to-1. I literally almost thought about going for a 1-to-5 here. And after I went over the trade with my buddies, they were low-key saying as well, like, look at this. I could have targeted these lows right here so easily. Or even like, data lows. Well, nah. I could have targeted these lows so easily, bro. Like, I really could have, but like I just don't like doing that right now. I just like going for ratios right now. Because I've tried to do like the okay, boom, TP1 here, 2 here, 3 here. Take percentages as you go. And it's like, Anyway, sorry. But honestly, I really could have. And you know what's crazy is I would have gotten a 2. Honestly, I would have been like, oh, here's his lows. I can. You're right. I can target these lows. For literally just for safety purposes, I would have been like, okay, I'm at a 2.4 risk to reward. I don't really need that. And, well, it's not. That sounds really dumb. There's no point, bro. So, and we never know if we're actually going to sweep those or not. So it's just safe to just go for the 1-to-2, bro. Just go for the 1-to-2. Like at least for me, bro, because I'm not even profitable yet. And doing stuff like that, it's like you don't need to be doing that yet. You need to be consistent. You need to learn how to be profitable first. I mean, I'm almost there. I unlocked profit eligibility. I've passed 3 fundeds now since I have another. And before my loss this week, I was literally 1 trade away from passing 3 more accounts, and then I would have had 4. But I took my dumb loss. And you know what's crazy is I almost took a second trade, and it was actually the proper trade that day. We'll go over this right after this. And it was such a banger. It was a 15-minute tap. I should have taken it. I almost did too. But I was like, we'll go over it in a second. But yeah. I mean, it was just pure. And again, it looks a little weird within my entry. But now that I kind of look at it more, it kind of makes more sense. And this is why I need to be waking up earlier and getting a little bit more pre-market. Because then I can kind of do this stuff before market opens. And then I have an amazing idea of what I want to do that day. And then boom, I can get a banger trade. Instead of waking up. So I just be waking up late. It's like my alarms. Sometimes my phone dies in the middle of the night. Because I don't charge it. That's 17%. Oh, shit. I heard Joe Rogan. Oh! But yeah, I mean that's really the gist of that one. So, yeah. I mean, obviously I missed my entry a little, so it was really like this. But this would have been ideal. Again, this is what my trade looked like. Obviously, you can see I entered like right as like right there. And I actually ended up putting my stops. I ended up putting my stops like that, which honestly kind of does make sense in a way. Because like, bro, if we come up, nah, honestly, just put it there, dude. Just put it there. Just put it there. Yeah, just fucking. I need to quit doing that dumbass shit, bro. Just put it there, bro. Like, there's no point in that shit, bro. Like, just put it there. But yeah, there's no point in trying to like, this gives me less. It gives me easier trade. Nigga, just put your shit up there, bro. Like, chill out. All right. Yeah, that's that one. Okay. Next trade. It's Thursday. Am I gonna rip ass or no? No. Oh, my eyes, dude. It's like, you ever had like chlorine, like when you get in the pool, chlorine, your eyes hurt and shit? That's what mine hurt, feel like right now. I had work today. Shit was made. Okay, 9 o'clock. No! Nice try, little bro. We're not messing up my setup, bro. Facts. Okay. So sorry. It was, brother, what? So it was the 12th at 9:09. Okay. Let's go to the 15-minute. 12th at 9:09. So it was around here. Dude, it looks... Dude, it's so obvious too, bro. Like, oh my gosh. You can literally see, like, I should have taken a short. Is that what I did? Is that what I did? Let's look. Did I post it? This was my original trade. Woke up late and I thought I had a good trade, but as I entered, I realized it may not be the greatest and it wasn't on me. Wrong TP. Oh, wrong TP. Oh, I changed it. I changed it. Yeah. Okay. The idea was there. He said I had a terrible stop loss, which, and it looks bad. It looks really bad, doesn't it? Yes, it looks terrible. But if once we go over it, you'll kind of understand. And again, like I said before, I'll explain how this one's kind of similar to the last trade. In a way. Okay. Right here. I don't even need that shit. Twin. All right. Let's go to the 15. No, let's go back to the hourly. We need to look at high time frame shit. Okay. Once again, cuz wait, what? Motherfucker, what? Brother. That's not the 12th. Are you retarded? Hold on. Copy paste. Okay. Like right here. Okay. All right, 29. Yeah, the TS was whack. All right. Not at first you're like, what the hell is going on? Ain't shit going on. Yeah. Okay. Exactly. Ain't nothing going on. There's no high time frame. There's nothing on the high time frame that's like is like, oh, this is gonna happen. You could draw these highs. Obviously, you could be like, okay, there's these highs. Yeah, you could there's these highs. You could draw those out. We might come sweep them and then go lower. Okay, well, we obviously didn't. So what do you wait for? Okay. 7:30. I think this was like, what happened Thursday? Unemployment claims. Oh, that was cracked. What does that say? What did that just say? Oh, vertical line. I'm actually a bad dude. I actually know my news. NFE, unemployment, CPI. NFE with unemployment status, I think, and then unemployment claims was the next day, and then CPI was the next day. Watch, dude, I'm so good at this. I already knew it. Oh, unemployment rate. See, but I already knew. Unemployment claims was on Thursday. Really? It did that much? Man, shit whack, bro. Okay, let's look at the 5-minute then, because I want to see how much it really affected it. So, news comes out, and it makes a move. Okay. Whatever. Shit ain't tough. We end up inversing it. All immediately. Holy shit. We end up inversing it before market open. So that right there. Boom. Oh, nothing happened. Okay, well, yeah. Unemployment claims happen at 7:30. Before market open, we end up inversing that on the 15-minute. Wrong. We did not. We almost did. This candle right here opened at market open. You can see there's still a little bit left. So I would not consider that shit. Hell no. I mean, there's a reason that you wait for it to begin with. Okay, what happens? 8:30, market opens. We do some whack shit. We go down, we go up, and then we go back down. Okay. All right, you're probably like, what the hell is going on? Okay, well, we already know. Okay, there's a 15-minute gap that we're waiting for some shit to happen off of. At this point, you low-key need to wait for some kind of 5-minute. Oh my gosh, yeah, you need to wait for some kind of 5-minute confirmation, low-key, because shit's crazy. No. Yes. So honestly, this is what the trade I should have taken. I did not like that stop loss at all. Hold on. Well, now I forgot what I was talking about. That's really annoying. Oh yeah, I don't even know what to do with the stop loss, bro. Like, honestly, this feels like way too. Like, bro, that to me is way too much, bro. Like, doesn't like, bro, what? Like, that's crazy and shit. Like, I feel like when you put it in the perspective of, like, if you just look at it like this is where you enter. Look how much you have to, like, look how much stop loss you have now. Like, wow. Like, bro, what? Like, look how much stop loss. Like, that's how much price action has to move for you to get stopped out. But ever so slightly, like right there. But like, let's like, okay, boom, okay. You see, like, the difference? It's like a lot different. And it's like, if your trade is correct, like, what's the difference? You know? Like, what is the difference? I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess the only reason, or the only time you should ever have a tighter stop loss is if there's like let's say there was a low like right here or something. Actually, I'm gonna do this more precise. Yeah, let's say like, yeah, let's let's say there was a liquidity sweep right where that line is. And I was like, oh, if I put my stops up here, it's gonna go past it, and I don't want that. Okay, well, let me just make my stops tighter, because I know we're gonna go down, and then we have these lows right here that we're gonna hit. Okay, let me just make my stop loss like this, and then we're gonna go hit these lows. But like, if it's like if you're in a situation like that, should you really be shorting then? If it's like if it's to the point to where you would have to shorten your stop loss just to get the trade in before a confluence gets hit, it's like at that point you can just I guess at that point just make your stop loss here, go here, and then once you pass that point, break even. Boom, there's your job done. Fixed it. Now I'll never do that shit again. Now I understand why break-evens are good. I've always never liked break-evens, and people who watch my videos know that, because it just doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, if you're having to break even, the trade's not good. Like, if you get break-even, that's not a win, that's a loss. Because that means, unless you get break-even, and then it goes to your TP. But that just means that you shouldn't have, that's why you don't break even. It's because of reasons like that. But again, you would never be in a situation like that, because if it does hit your TP, then that means that there was no confluences stopping it from going to your TP, which means there was no reason to go break even in the first place. So you really wouldn't be in a situation like that. And I never said that break evens weren't good. They're good for negating losses. It's just it never really made sense. It's like if you're having to break even and you get break even, and then after that, like once you get break even, and then your stop loss gets hit, you lost. Like just because you got to break even. That's only a win on paper with money. Like in terms of money. In terms of win to loss ratio, you lost. That's a losing trade, because if you didn't break even, you would have lost. You would have gone to your stop loss. So that's why it never made sense to me. But in this sense, like once you get past the point of becoming a trader, and once you are starting to worry about money more, then break evens still are good, even in evals and stuff. It's just learning how to actually properly use them, I guess, in situations like that. But it's also like if you're needing to break even at any point, like, oh, there's a low here. Okay, well then should I even take this trade? If I'm trading into a confluence like that, is there even a point in taking this? You know what I'm saying? But you can also take it, and then if it ends up, you could take it, and then if it does end up reversing, you have a break even ready. Okay, I understand it now. Okay, that makes sense. Because now, instead of being like, oh, well, why, just don't take it. Take it, and then once it gets past, break even that, John. Or if you're like in such a high profit, you can actually, instead of break evening, bring your stop loss to a point within your profit to where it makes sense, to where like, oh, if price goes past this point, it's going to invalidate it anyways. So you can make your stop loss in profit. That's only if you're in like a long trade, because most of the time that's not going to happen. But yes, that's actually really good to know. This is why you do weekly recaps. But yeah, this is essentially what I should have taken. Now, here's what I did take. Now, why I took it, let's find out. I'm trying to figure out. Is this it? I think this is it. That's what I should have taken. So now let's look at what I did take. Is that Rampage Jackson? That is not Rampage. Oh! Is that Rampage versus DC? That is not DC. And I don't think that's Rampage. Oh! Oh, sorry. I don't think it was that one either. No, actually, it might have been. Let's just go ahead and do this then. Yeah, okay, it was the 15. It was the 15. So the 15 wasn't made. The 15-minute did not get made. That 15-minute gap right there did not get made until about... Actually, let's go ahead and just look. This 15-minute did not get created until 9:15. 9:15. Keep that in mind. All right? Now, is it on me? Yes, it is on me. So, this 15-minute gap did not get created. What do I see? Similar to yesterday. Not really similar in the sense of the fair value gap thing, but we have a fair value gap here. Now, here's why I didn't like my entry. Other people said that, oh, to be fair, it's not that bad of an entry if you just had a bit of stop loss. Yeah, but, like, not really, bro. Like, because look at this, bro. I'm going to change the color just to make more sense. Oh, okay, that did not help. So that's the 15-minute. Here's the 1 minute. So we tapped off the 1 minute. First of all, I guess the tap into the gap isn't really that bad. But what it is bad is, like, this doesn't look bad. This 1 minute candle right here, we inverse. It's nice. If there was a second candle, that probably would have been like if there was a second candle, it probably would have kept going. That would have been a perfect entry. We would have gotten a breaker structure, inversion, 2 candles of displacement out of 1 minute tap. Boom. I probably would have gone for like a 1 to 5. Oh, a 1 to 1.5. But it didn't. And in fact, went up twice and we inversed. That looks weird. That alone, I should have been like, okay, that's weird as hell. Why are we doing that? If we're bearish, why are we doing that shit? And then we do 2 more candles. And then this is the day that I woke up late, like 8:43. And the reason I subconsciously, as soon as I saw that it was 8:43, I was like, oh no, I'm going to miss. Even though, bro, we really didn't miss shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we missed this. We missed that prime time trade, which I was right. We did miss a trade. We missed a cracked trade right here. But we didn't miss a bunch. So I shouldn't have, wow. It subconsciously makes me think more impatiently, if that's even a word. I think more impatient, which makes me more eager to take a trade, which in turn means that you're gonna look for less reasons to take a trade, which can be good in some situations, but like it also can be bad when you're trying to rush a trade in a sense. But, yeah, so we ended up getting our 2 candles after this tap right here. And I was like, okay, perfect. That's what I wanted. But remember how I said in the last trade, let's go back to it. How we had 3 candles and the third one closed a decent amount below the previous low. And obviously it hit. And there's actually another example right after. Oh my gosh, where's the damn trade? Oh my gosh. That's not the trade. Okay, I can't find it. This is actually annoying. It's got to be like right here. Yeah. So you can see we closed, boom, boom, boom. I don't know why I waited for another. I guess I just waited for, oh, no, I wanted to enter off that. I had a late entry. Okay, you can see this candle closed a decent amount below this low right here, and it was a full candle with, like, no wick. This one was similar, but look how much we barely closed below that low. That's not the greatest, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't look great. Also in confluence with the fact that we inversed, that we did it 2 candles upwards again after tapping, inversed this. That looks weird. You know what I'm saying? So I should have been like, all right, what's going on? Let's go up higher time frames real quick. Oh, look, there's a 15-minute maybe gets created. What's on the 5-minute? Well, if you look at the 5-minute, it just looks weird, you know? There's nothing. So that alone is like, you're kind of like, okay, well, there's nothing on the 5-minute, so, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Oh. Holy, sorry. We go back to the 1 minute, and at this point, we have a few minutes. After I see that, I should be like, okay, I don't really want to trade this. Let's wait until the 15-minute closes, because obviously we're not going to get any kind of, I should have been like, we're not going to get any kind of entry off of this. Even if like, let's just pretend none of this happened. Like, let's pretend like we're right here and we're at those 2 candles. Even if I could have been like, okay, let me wait for one more. That'll give us our 3rd candle close even more below this, and that'll be like perfect. Okay, now I know. Or this would happen, and we could be like, okay, we're coming up. Now what are we doing? And then I could have waited more, and then I would have been like, oh, we're tapping the 15 minutes. Okay, perfect. Let me, this is so annoying. Okay, perfect. Look at this, bro. Look at this. 9:15. 9:15. We literally make, okay, 9:15 rolls around. We tap the gap. Oh, perfect. Okay. Boom, we get 1 candle. We keep coming up. We keep coming up. Oh, that's weird. Bang, bang. This right here, I would have probably entered right off this. We get our 2 candles. We literally break structure. We literally close below this low. So we've already made a lower low. That alone, boom. Okay, perfect. Because we already know we're bearish. We just need an entry. And, oh my gosh. We got a 15-minute tap. We got our 2 candles of displacement. Proper candles. Now you may think, oh, but you just said that, oh, look, it barely closed below. Yeah. But, bro, brother, we have 2 clean candles off of a real confluence, which is a 15-minute. Over here, we had a 1-minute tap that was weird as hell anyways, because we closed bullish inside of the gap. We came up to the top, filled it completely, came down. Yes, we inversed, we had a candle, but then we came back up, inversed a bullish gap, came back down, and then we also barely closed below the low. Here, we tapped the 15-minute, got our 2 nice candles of downward movement, and then we also, yes, it was barely, but we still did close below the low. So that gives us a lower low already. Because you can see here, oh yeah, we made a lower low, but then immediately we made a higher low anyways. Did we over here? No. This is exactly what I wanted to take right here. Boom. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have put my lows there. I probably would have put them like here. Or my highs. I probably would have put them right there. And then been like, boom. Or if you want to, you can go like this. I don't really do this anymore. I used to. You could put it at the 50% of the gap. It's low-key unnecessary, but you can. You can if you want to. And I mean, it hits. That could be a decent entry. Or even the body highs of this over here. Just literally like a confluence. Honestly, either this or the 50%. I probably would have done this because I haven't done 50% in a while. So I probably would have done this right here. But honestly, this right here is just fine. This right here is just fine. Dude, I want to fight so bad. I want to fight. But yeah, this right here, great trade. This is what I should have taken. And look, you can see in the Discord. You can see in the... Jump to present. Okay, let's not do that. um. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Look, 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 look. I literally said, look, I'm not even kidding, bro. Look at this. And this is exactly, bro, look. And this motherfucker talking about Clash Royale, bro. This is why he's unprofitable. He's also 16 years old, I think. He might be 17 now, but I'm pretty sure he's still 16. Oh. I think he was actually 14, so he might be 15. But yeah, this kid's young as shit, so honestly, that really doesn't matter. But I mean, if he wants to be cracked, he should not be worrying about this shit. Oh, bro's in 939. Okay, he also lives in Europe, so he's not really worried about New York Open. He should. He should be. He's not. I think. I don't know. This nigga's talking about Clash Royale at 939. Like, what are you doing, bro? Not sure on Bandit. Good deck or nah? Fuck no. This is abhorrent. Why do you have Knight? Evo, okay, what? Evo got Diddy Cage, Evo Musketeer, Giant, Knight. This combo right here, this isn't bad, but I don't know what you have going on up here. Like what? Like if you're gonna have this, you gotta run a cycle deck. Maybe you don't even need Knight. You have Bandit, bro. You don't need that, and you don't put. Why do you have Giant? This doesn't make any sense. Anyways, you could see I said, "Oh, this shit ass trade." They kind of justified my entry. I don't like my entry at all. Like I don't. That was stupid as hell of me. Like I don't know what I was doing. I literally woke up. You know what's crazy is I actually went to bed. The day before this where I took the win, I went to bed at like 2 a.m. Woke up at 8:33, hit the banger. The next day I went to bed at 12. Woke up at 7:30, turned my PC on, got back in bed. Woke up at 8:43. Subconsciously was thinking more impatiently, which led to this bullshit. Because I thought I was him, because I did the same thing yesterday, and I was like, and it almost worked. If I did have a better stop loss, yes, it would have worked. But even if it did hit, bro, like what is this entry, dude? Like, it's so cock. But look, literally a minute later, I say, but then I wanted to take this off the 15-minute tap. Boom! Did I not just show you guys that? Okay, but I did have a shit-ass stop-loss placement, of course. I'm getting better with my stop-losses, I've noticed. I'm getting better. Especially during this recap right now. I know this is a long recap, but it's worth it. It's especially worth it because it's my video journal anyways. It's my video journal, not yours. It's mine. You want to watch it? Perfect. That's the point of doing it on YouTube. Just so you guys can be along with the journey. But this is for me, so... And kind of just explaining shit. And look. Scroll. Boom! Exact same trade. Dude, I keep looking over here because that's where my camera used to be. I have you shitters over here. He did the same stop loss placement as me, but like, I don't even know if he copied me or not. He may have copied my shit. I wanted shorts out of the 15-minute gap, but I didn't have what I wanted for them, to be honest. You guys hear that? Holy shit. But yeah, look. Boom. Motherfucker. You guys don't know him, but he's a decent trader. But yeah. Look at that. That's what I wanted to take. If I was just patient, if I woke up early and I understood what was going on, I would have been like, okay, I'm not entering off of this. Let me wait. And then I probably would have been fucking around on the medium time frames and been like, oh, there's a 15-minute gap here. Oh, we're also consolidating a little bit. That is gonna, oh, this candle just closed. That's making a gap. Okay, let's wait for the tap. Oh, what happens? We tap the gap. We get one candle. This is a prime time example of why I never take entries off of one candle of displacement. Because of shit like this. Now, yes, if you had a proper stop loss placement, Honestly, in a trade like this, I would have just gone here. You would have won, but it's also like, bro. Then you get your 2 candles of good displacement, which then also breaks structure. This doesn't break structure because look, we just broke structure to the upside right here. This doesn't. This candle does because then we break structure right here. Or sorry, right here. Actually, no, we break structure off the first candle. This one breaks like the trend, like not really, doesn't really break the trend. This candle technically does because it makes a lower low. But this one closes below this low, which is a more prominent low. It may even be a 5-minute low. Let's find out. Okay, you faggot. It actually is. Look at that, see? Look at that. That's literally a 5-minute low. Okay, we closed below the 5-minute. That's not even, okay, it's not a 5-minute closure. But again, we still get a 1-minute closure below the 5-minute lows. That should be more confirmation than any. And look at it. There's not a single upside candle. There's also another entry I see right here. Boom. Bang. Look at that. Okay, you get a downwards candle, 2 downwards candles. Okay, perfect. Where do you put your stops? I mean, there's no, I mean, just put it at the top. Put it at the top of the gap that you entered off of, and then go for a 1-to-1. The only reason I wouldn't enter right here, maybe, honestly, yeah, because it's still not past 10 o'clock. The max that I will go to wait to like look at the markets is 10:30. But like honestly, if you're still, nah, yeah, 10:30 because there's been plenty of times, and you can literally see right here, I've taken trades at 10. Look, 10:01, 10:21, 10:21. 18:36. Did bro try going for an afternoon trade? I think I did. Let's go. But yeah, honestly, if you didn't take that and you see moves, boom, bang, bang, literally just enter. Now you do get enter. Actually, ooh, I might call it now. You see a little bit of consolidation. There might be a 5-minute tap here. I am the king, bro. Hopping on, thank you. So that actually helps a lot. I can notice now. Once we're in like prime time like volatility and like New York session like going crazy. Oh look, there's a bunch of chop here. Oh yes, we have a bunch of downwards movement. Oh, okay, there's a little bit of chop. Oh, we get a 15-minute tap. What happens after the tap? We dump. Oh, we get another bit of consolidation. What is it? It's a 5-minute tap. Boom. What happens after that? We go down. And then after that, it's PM session. It's not PM session. It's like lunch and shit. Nobody's in the markets after that. Because this right here is the last trade you're getting. And you can see after TP hits, it kind of just dwindles off. Not really much happens. But yeah, bro, like look at that. Like, I'm the king, bro. I'm literally the king, bro. But yeah, I mean, that's really it, bro. I mean, am I gonna? No, I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, I mean, there you go. That's about it for today's video. We went over our trades. I did get a loss, but we went over it. It was retarded as hell. But obviously, I literally immediately found the better trade of the two right after I took that trade. Because I also saw the 15-minute and I was like, oh, hell no. But now I kind of noticed, okay, when there's a little bit of consolidation on the 1-minute, especially when you've already been making moves, you can kind of assume it's going to be a medium time frame retrace. So that's kind of good to know. I actually am glad. And I literally guessed it. I was like, oh, there's a little bit of consolidation here. It's a 5-minute tap. What do we look at? Boom, 5-minute tap. Dude, I need a cut, bro. I look like an egghead, bro. But, yeah. Great video. Other than that, I got nothing else. I do want to show you guys something. My buddy who's into the UFC, he made this hoodie and he just gave it to me because it doesn't fit him anymore. Look at this. Yeah. Let me put it on. Oh, dude. My hair is getting to that point where it's starting to get in my eyes and shit. It's starting to piss me off. Bro, I need to get back into the gym, bro. I need to get back into the gym. Like, genuinely. Like, I'm just looking lanky. I mean, I have some muscle. Holy! Oh my! Okay, my triceps are massive. Like, I'm not even trolling. My triceps are cracked. My left side's smaller, but my triceps are massive, and it's just because of where I work. Oh my gosh. I don't want to go too low. That's kind of crazy. But I'll put it on. See, this was a great weekly recap. I'm glad I did this. I'm actually really glad I did this. Look at this. Look at this shit. TS tough or nah? Okay. You see my bro? Bro. Oh my gosh, I have like a bowl cut, bro. I literally have a bowl cut. I literally have a bowl cut. But bro, look at this shit. It's not even. It looks retarded because it's a PNG image, and you can literally see the crop right here. But I mean, if he had just like done it properly, if I had made this shit, it would have been good. Cause I actually know how to use Photoshop, so I could have done it properly. Shit, you guys want to see a photo I made of the kid who made this shirt? Or not? I guess he's not a kid. Motherfucker's 21 years old. Hold on. You guys ever seen this shit? Whoever played Clash Royale, you've ever seen this? You ever seen this before? Yeah, I made my buddy into it. Now, look, it does look a little chopped right here. But dude, that's kind of tough. Now you can see the imperfections, like the ear. But bro, if you don't know what you're doing in Photoshop, this looks cracked, bro. Like you're just like holy shit, bro. That's funny. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Great weekly recap today. Great video, amazing video. Do I want that up? Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Great week. We passed a funded. I did take a loss that brought us down. Of course, it was the first trade of the week. First trade of the funded, but it's whatever. We're doing good. I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I work 3 times next week, but one of those days, I have the morning. I work till 11 to close, so I'm able to trade in the morning. Which it'll be Tuesday. So I actually have all of the week besides Friday to trade. Dude, one of my guys in look at this. Look. I failed to realize that my trader success interview from Alpha Futures is going to be shared on social media platforms. I guess if they post it, I will let you all know, and you can see my autism. Bro, you guys want to see his payouts? Should I show that? Hold on. Yeah, I can show it. Bro, no, this guy's cracked. I'm not even kidding. Where? What? Bro. Look. 6 bands. Look, and you want to see what's crazy? February 9th and January 26th. That's like a week and a half in between each other. He got $8,000. He got $6,000. Look at that. And the guy who made this, like Harry, I used to edit for him, and I still could. It just depends on whatever. He literally got 6, 16, 42, 58. 5,800 right here. Is that right? Probably like 6 grand. I'd say 6 grand. Let's see. 1,600. Let's just do 1,600 times 3. Almost. Let's do plus, plus, plus. So it's 5 grand. Okay. That's still pretty good. Like, dude, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, dude, people are making it, bro. Another guy, 1,500. That same guy. Look, bro. The same guy on January 12th. So 12 days before. So he took this one on the 12th, 7 grand. Another one on the 26th, 8 grand. He took another one 5 days ago on the 9th, 6 grand. This guy is doing good. And then that's why he got an interview. He literally got a trader success interview from Alpha Futures. What the fuck? Dude, he needs to make a YouTube, bro. Like, bro, should I edit for him? Then I can get a job so I don't have to work at Discount Tire. Oh, wait, I actually might have to. Wait, I'm going to talk to him about that. But yeah, that's going to be it. Great video. I will see you guys next week for another banger week.